Hi guys! So today's video is a full face of favorites video, which basically means that I will go through every single category of products that I use on my face, and I will list my #1 product in each category. Although I do have to say that in some categories I have more than one favorite product, so I will list a couple. All of the products that I will be talking about today are also the products that I use to do my face makeup today. So if you like what you see, then it will kind of justify why I love these products so much. I will try and keep this video short and to the point, so I will quickly go through every product and just list the positives. So without further ado, let's jump in. So first off, I will start with the prepping products that I go in with before I start doing my face makeup. So the first product, which is a very important step in my makeup routine for me, is a lip balm. And my favorite one is the Vaseline, and in particular the Aloe Vera one. The reason why I love this product so much is because it really helps my lips be more moisturized and plump and just smooth. You know, if I have chapped lips or if my lips are just super dry, I chuck this on and it just works like magic. It works amazingly well. It makes my lips feel better in general. That's the reason why I have to use it before I do anything else on my face. So the next one, a face primer. Now, I have tried several face primers in my time, and although I do like several primers, one of my favorite ones is the Urban Decay Brightening and Tightening Complexion Primer Potion. I'm almost out of this one because it's so good and I have used it so many times. There's not much more to say about this product besides that it really evens out my skin. It makes it so much more plump and smooth, and it does leave a slightly sticky feel to my face after applying it, which also makes the foundation kind of adhere to my face a bit better, which I also love. So there you go. Next we have eye primer. There are so many different eye primers in the market, but I just like something that creates an even base and, you know, makes the eyeshadows last and look more vibrant on the eyes. And the M.A.C Soft Ochre Pro Longwear Paint Pot is exactly the kind of product that does that for me. It is a beautiful sort of slightly yellowish toned eye base, which you can use as like an eyeshadow, or you can just use it as a primer, however you prefer. And another positive, it also lasts you a very long time because you need the slightest amount to cover the whole lid and you're good to go. So M.A.C Paint Pot, a thumbs up from me. Okay, so now we can actually go into the face makeup because we're done with the prepping steps. And the first category is foundation. Now this is the category that I was talking about when I said that I couldn't just choose the one favorite product. For the longest time, I couldn't find a holy grail foundation. I tried so many from M.A.C, from Makeup Forever, from Bourjois, from Illamasqua, from Estee Lauder. And although I liked the foundations, or, you know, they worked for me, I never had a foundation that really stood out for me and was like, yes, this is my #1 foundation. This is what I want to use every single day. But now I do, and I have and I actually have several that I would like to mention. Starting with the foundation that I'm wearing on my face right now, it's the DiorSkin Star Foundation, and I'm in the shade 011. It leaves like a satin kind of finish. It's not dewy and it's not matte. The coverage is so great, but it doesn't feel heavy on the skin and it glides on amazingly. And it has this smell to it as well, which is really good, but I can't put my finger on it and say what it is. It just has this nice, pleasant smell to it. It's buildable, it doesn't get cakey, and it just looks natural and flawless, and it's just a beautiful foundation. That's all I can say. It is a bit pricey, but for me it is definitely worth the money because I'm so happy with the result that it gives me. It's a beautiful foundation and I love it so much. Now the second one that I felt needs an honorary mention is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation, and I'm in the shade 3. Now the reason why I'm giving this an honorable mention is because I just bought it yesterday and I haven't tried it out so much. I've just tried it out the once, but the result was absolutely mind-blowing in my opinion. It just gives you this natural type of glow that makes you look so beautiful and radiant that I just love it Of course, I'll try it out a bit more because I've only just tried it the once, but so far I'm 100% so happy with the products, and I would definitely recommend checking it out if you can. But as I said, there are so many other good foundations, and you just have to find whatever works for you. If you are on a budget and you don't want to spend as much money on this kind of luxurious foundation, or it is just too crazy expensive for you, then you can also try the L'Oreal True Match foundation, which I think is a great drugstore foundation. If you're someone who doesn't necessarily want to buy a drugstore foundation, but then you still want something that is kind of high-end but not on the sort of luxury makeup level, then you can try the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, which I also like very much. So there are several options out there. Okay, moving on to the eyes. My favorite eyeshadow palette is something that I have just recently mentioned in one of my videos, and it is the Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette. This palette is just it's mind-blowing. The fact that I'm mentioning it as one of my all-time favorite eyeshadow palettes, although I just recently got it, is already saying something in my opinion. It really is an absolutely astounding palette. It has so many different colors that you can play with. The way that these eyeshadows smell and the way that they blend and the way that they look, they're so pigmented and they're so easy, they're so creamy, they're so smooth, and they're just like a dream to blend out. Seriously, it is absolutely everything that I think a great eyeshadow palette should be. Okay, moving on to lashes. First off, I will quickly talk about my favorite mascara, which is the M.A.C False Lashes Extreme Black Mascara. My lashes are very long, but they are kind of straight and they are not very thick and full. So for me, I have to be very careful when using a mascara, because if it's too clumpy or it's too, you know, liquidy or thick, I can end up with literally looking like I have 4 eyelashes on both of my eyes, which is not a flattering look, so I have to be careful. But this one in particular, I think it's the formula, which is not too liquidy, and I also think that it's the brush. It coats the lashes beautifully and it separates them so well. That's kind of the reason why I love this so much. But if you have seen my videos that I've done in the past, you might already know that I am someone who uses false lashes almost all the time anyway. So that's why I have to give a shout out to my favorite falsies. I don't have a pair of lashes that I have loved for a very long time, because I do switch them up every now and again. But these lashes that I'm wearing on my eyes right now are something that I've just been using so often. They are from the LA Splash Lash Tease Hollywood sort of set. These ones in particular are called Decay, and they are just so fluttery and wispy and voluminous and long and thick, and I just love them. I love the way that they make my eyes look. They really, you know, give something extra, and I know that these may be a bit too extravagant for some people, but for me, they're absolutely perfection. I have 2 favorite eyebrow products. One of them is an eyebrow gel, and it is the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper in the shade Medium Dark. And this is just something that I love to chuck on whenever I feel like I don't want to spend too much time doing my brows and like perfecting them. That's when I usually just chuck this on and I'm good to go. But then sometimes I like carving out my eyebrows as well to make them look a bit more refined, and that's when I go for the Anastasia Dip Brow in the shade Medium Brown. This is just such a great product because honestly, you dip your brush in it and you need the smallest amount, and then you can carve out your brows, or you can, you know, create whatever shape you want. And these 2 products combined are just perfection. Okay, so we have made it to concealer. Again, if you have seen my previous videos, it may not be a surprise to you that I will talk about 2 concealers, which to me make up this perfect combination. So under my eyes, I love using the Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer in the shade Ivory, and on top of that I love to use the Collection Lasting Perfection concealer in Fair. They have great coverage, so they do an amazing job in covering up my dark circles, and of course they are drugstore, so they are also very affordable. So if you haven't tried the Rimmel's Wake Me Up and the Lasting Perfection concealer by Collection, please do, because they are great. Okay, we have made it to powders. Now, I don't really use powder on my whole face, so that's why I do not have a favorite face powder. So because I don't use face powders so much, I will only mention my favorite under eye powder. I use this powder every single day to set my under eye concealer, and it is the Bare Minerals concealer in the shade Well Rested. Now, this is something that is actually a concealer on its own, so you can, you know, just use it under the eyes without having any liquid concealers underneath. But I just like to use it on top of the liquid concealers because I do need the extra coverage. Another great thing about this product is that it doesn't get cakey. It's very finely milled. It just gives you this even sort of base under the eyes, and it also brightens the area even more, which is another bonus in my opinion. Moving on to one of my favorite products to use on the face, and it is highlighter. This one is probably not a surprise to anyone who loves makeup because I'm pretty sure that this product that I'm about to say is like a cult favorite to almost every makeup junkie there is. It is the Merry Luminizer by The Balm. It's very pigmented, but you can dust it lightly on the cheekbones and it gives you this subtle glow, or you can absolutely go mental with it and it will look like a reflector. So it's kind of up to you, whatever you want to do. So that's why it's so good. Color wise, it is kind of, it's like this white and gold mixed together. It's just this perfect balance. It's not too much of one or too much of the other. It's this perfect combination. I just love it. I just love it. So that's why it's my favorite. Now moving on to another favorite category of mine, which is bronzer. This one has been my holy grail for some time now. I feel that it's perfect for my skin tone, and it is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil light to medium matte bronzer. This one has really stood out for me. It doesn't have a very warm undertone, it's more of a cool undertone bronzer, which makes it great for contouring as well. But even though that it is a cool tone bronzer, it still gives you this sort of warmth to the face, which I really love, because to me this product is a 2-in-1. So if you're someone who has a light skin tone and you're struggling to find a bronzer that is not too orange, definitely give this one a try because it is amazing. It's time for blush, and my absolutely all-time favorite blush is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Blush in the shade Barely Blushing. The most amazing part of this blush is the color. It is so stunning. It goes with absolutely every single makeup look that I do. Whatever, if I want to do a dark eye makeup look, or I want to do a natural eye makeup look, or I want to do a colorful makeup look, this blush will go with absolutely everything because it is so neutral. It has the slightest glow to it as well. It's not shimmery, it doesn't have like bits of glitter in it, but it just has this very subtle glow, and I just love it so much. And again, this blends out like you wouldn't believe, honestly. I guess that's why they named it Super Blendable. But anyway, absolutely nothing but the best things to say about this blush. So we're down to lips, and I'm definitely a lipstick junkie, so I'm being honest, this was difficult for me. So my favorite lipstick that I'm wearing on my lips right now as well is the Milani lipstick in the shade Matte Innocence. And the reason why I love this lipstick so much is because the color is absolutely stunning. Again, it's the same thing as the L'Oreal blush. It just goes with everything because it's a perfect kind of nude. It's somewhere in between a brownie and peachy and pinky type of nude. It's like a mixture of all of these three colors, and I just like the way it looks on my skin tone. It's so flattering and beautiful, so that's why I love it. But the one thing that I do have to say is that the formula could be a bit better because it's slightly dry and it clings onto the dry patches on your lips. So a good tip with this is to exfoliate your lips beforehand. But I mean, besides that, it's just amazing. And again, it's drugstore, so it's not going to break the bank. And now a quick mention to one of my favorite liquid lipsticks as well. I have several liquid lipsticks that I really love, but I still decided to mention a lipstick that I wear the most because of the color and the formula. These two things are absolutely on point with this liquid lipstick, and that's why I'm mentioning it today. And it is the Gerard Cosmetics Hydro Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Serenity. I'm not going to go into detail about this liquid lipstick because I have already done that, but it's just perfect and it's smooth and it glides on perfectly. It feels lightweight and it looks beautiful. So that's why this is one of the liquid lipsticks that I reach for the most. Okay, and we're down to the absolute last product that I'm going to mention today, and it is a setting spray. My absolutely favorite one is the M.A.C Fix Plus. I love this setting spray because it just makes everything look great. Even if you go a bit too overboard with the powdery products and you look a bit too powdery, this will take it away because it kind of melts everything together and it just makes your makeup look glowy and beautiful and kind of photoshopped, if you want to call it like that. So this is it. This is the end of the video. I hope that I was kind of informative enough, but that I wasn't, you know, blabbing on about the products too long. Those were my all-time favorite products that I just love to use. If any of the products that I mentioned in my video today are products that you are absolutely crazy about as well, then feel free to leave a comment down below and let me know what it is. Or if you have a ride or die makeup product that I haven't mentioned in my video and that you think that I should definitely check out, then please let me know in the comment section below as well, and I would love to read your suggestions. I guess this is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so that you could see my upcoming videos in the future. And I'll see you in my next one. Bye! Next we have eye base. Now there are and because I have slightly dry skin, it's just my personal preference that I prefer I love putting the and it's the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Light to Medium Bronzer because it is an absolutely